Hello everyone and welcome to this video. It's been a while since I recorded a video, so spare me your eyebrows. So if you subscribe for whole live animation content, I understand if you're not interested with behind the scenes. It's fine. You can leave the video, but if you are interested to listen to me ramble more about this project, feel free to stay and, listen and leave some comments. I don't know, suggestions maybe. Who knows? Just do whatever you want, basically. I'm making this video for my older viewers and also for myself because I like talking about my project sometimes if I feel like it, and I want to talk about this a little bit and also reveal some stuff that might be concerning for you guys. So yeah, and if you don't have any clue what I'm gonna talk about, it's gonna be about the Hololive Minecraft anime opening. And for more context, I suggest you watch the Hollow Knight Sakuga Hornet animation and also the VTuber intro for Kahiru. So I think those will give enough context and also understanding of my skills, I guess, as an animator. But just keep in mind the dates of when those were uploaded and when they were made and all that stuff. So yeah. So moving on, this is the pipeline. The pipeline? No, the pipeline and then the plan. Okay, the blueprint or whatever you guys like to call it. This is the workflow of things that I'm doing and all that stuff. So yeah, not all the time, but just for this project. So for this project, the idea was heavily inspired from Dream SMP Animatic by Sadist. Now I mentioned Hollow Knight animation, which is the Sakuga Hornet, and I remember when I posted that in Twitter, a lot of people keep tagging Sadist, and at that time I wasn't sure who Sadist was until they uploaded a Dream SMP animatic, and then I realized, wait, this is the same person that people keep tagging with my animation. Oh, okay, so they animated a lot of Hollow Knight. So there you go. Anyways, moving on from that. So as soon as I saw Dream SMP animatic, I told to myself, I want to do something like that, but I don't want to do it with the Dream SMP because everyone is starting doing it, and I don't want to be jumping into the crowd. I want to start something myself and stuff like that. And somebody also made a what if Dream SMP has anime opening. So there you go. That really made me say, okay, so that's my goal now. So which Minecraft series am I gonna do that on? And I then watch a lot of Minecraft series, not because I want to do something like that, but I still watch back then. I think I started with Hermitcraft and then followed X Life and then Dream SMP, and now this is not really a series. Hololive, they just play in the Minecraft server and all that stuff. So yeah, I decided to make the mecha related opening after Pekora. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing their name, and I'm also sorry if my English is bad. English is not my first language. So there you go. I decided to do the mecha related anime opening after Pekora finished their their building, right? So there you go. And then I have to say thank you to all the translators, the clippers and all that people that made that, because without them this wouldn't be possible, obviously. So yeah, thanks to everyone who translated it, especially to those clippers, the clips that has been in this project. So if you know who you are who clipped those parts, then thank you. I should have made like a library of all the clips. Maybe next time I will do that, and I apologize if I didn't do that. Again, I'm really grateful for your work. I don't know why I'm stuttering a lot. So there you go. And then I had to choose which anime opening fits with the clips that I have or that is available. All right. So I chose Tengen Toppa Gurren Laggan. I only had two options because I don't watch Gundam, right? And I knew it was Gundam what they made, but I didn't want to learn what Gundam is to relate it to the Hololive server and everything like that, because again, I started this on December 8th. I just want to segue to the deadline first before we get into this. I started in December 8th and my deadline was January 13th because school is about to start at that time. And yeah, I'm still in school right now. It's online school though, and it's college, and I'm studying animation. So I'm gonna animate the whole holiday season and then animate on school, and then that's gonna be like, I don't know what will happen. If I die, I die. If my body dies, then that happens. That's just who I am basically. And then I told to myself, well, I want to like push it back. I want to take a rest before the school starts and all that stuff. And then I realized, I told to myself that, okay, maybe I'll schedule it for Pecora's birthday. Maybe her birthday is like somewhere in the middle of the year or something. And then I realized it's January 12th, and I'm like, oh shit, I have to finish it now. And that's what happened. But I wasn't able to do it just in time. I was still 1 week behind my deadline. So yeah, but it really did motivated me to do this, and I was still happy, and I was able to finish it in some regards of like near the deadline. Anyways, moving on. I didn't choose Neon Genesis Evangelion because the intro is really isolated. It was more focused on one character, kind of. Yeah, maybe there is a lot of characters, but it doesn't show how friendly they are. They are all like really serious and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm throwing a bone out here. If you want to do it yourself, go ahead. Just animate, Subaru being like Shinji and all that stuff. So yeah, that's just my take here. You can take that idea and then animate that, whatever. But I choose Tengen Toppa Gurren Laggan because it's close to my heart. I knew the series, and then I felt like Tengen Toppa Gurren Laggan, or just Gurren Laggan for now, it's a family, like it's a group of people kind of opening. It shows a group of people, a community, and all that stuff. So to me, it was cool. It fits in this and that. It has a shot where you see everyone, and I want to see that, like, do that and all that stuff. So that happens, right? So next is the cover. Which choice of cover song, because of the anime opening. The song Soraya Days, they cover it a lot. So a lot of people talk about it in the subreddit because somebody uploaded or posted my animation from Twitter, and somebody mentioned, oh, they should have used Gura, or they should use Pekora, or those cover. And I'm here just to be clear with you guys about my decision on using Nene's cover instead of this cover, that cover, or your waifu's cover. Again, this is just my decision. In my opinion, it doesn't mean that your cover, her cover, or whatever, anyone else's cover is bad. It's just that what is available for me to use, that was the only available for me to use, and like the time constraint that I gave to myself, I didn't want to put so much time into one thing that I am not really good at or confident with, which is editing audio. So what I did with Nene's cover, I just cut it slightly that it doesn't seem like a really obvious cut. So if you don't notice that, then that's good, right? And that works if they don't talk a lot in their covers. Because if you don't know, the Soraya Days song is a 4-minute long song, and most intro or opening in animes are cut into 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I have to cut the song. So yeah, Nene didn't talk that much in her cover, and then she also just cheered near at the end. That's the only time like she interrupted her cover or the instrumental behind. So I was happy with that, and I used it. That's why. And also, her voice is just amazing, I guess. I know that there's some parts that she couldn't reach the note, but that's that's beyond being idol and all that stuff. That's another time. That's another day. I don't know. You guys can talk more about voice, vocal projection, whatever that is. I'm not that talented enough to sing things. Anyways, next is, there are a lot of people who want to talk about this, so I want to just have a segment about this. So there's Gura's cover. The instrumental that she chose was a cover with a guitar. So it's only one instrument, so it's acoustic. So to me, the visuals didn't really fit well. If I'm gonna use that, it doesn't fit well. So the visual should be like really sketchy, like a nostalgic vibe. It should feel that way if I'm gonna use that, right? So that's why I didn't decide to use Gura's cover. And then Pekora, well, I mentioned how they talk, and then the clip that was available with Pekora covering Soraya Days, she talked a lot, and then I don't want to edit all this and out stuff like that. I mean, again, you can argue that, oh, that's just the kind of person she is. You can do this and that, and then but the animation that I had doesn't have a beat of her saying yay, yay, and all that stuff. So I didn't want to do that. Of course, it's kind of interrupting the intro here, right? So yeah, but if you want to do that, go ahead. You can use my animation and then put their song, your waifu's song, and then go back to my video or whatever, or just say to your video, giving credit to me, of course, because I made the this compilation of animation, and then like saying, oh, your version shit because my waifu doesn't sing it, or like stuff like that. Just go ahead and do that if you want to. I don't mind. That's more engagement in my video, I guess. But yeah, if you want to do that, feel free to do so, because it has already been done by Tyler, not Taylor. So they mixed a mashup of 19 holo members, hololive members, singing the Soraya Days, and they did that. Now, some people suggested that before I uploaded the video. Some said that, oh, you should have used this song, this mashup or all this stuff. And I said, I tried it, and then to me it sounded really loud. This is just my opinion. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's just that it's overpowering the visual. And I'm thinking about this in a very, methodical and like a director kind of way, I guess. Because if I don't learn from this, and if I don't think this way, then when will I think this way, So yeah, it was overpowering the visuals. I might as well make a scene where they are in a stadium and then start singing, because it feels like a concert to me, and it's not like a Minecraft, it's not like Minecraft anymore. Indeed, there is a stage in their Minecraft, server, but again, that's a topic for another day. That could be a possibility, maybe next time, who knows. And then Hololive JPXE, and this came out around January 1. So again, just a reminder, I started around December 8th and then ended in January 13. Or no, not January 13, but like January 17, 16, I don't know, something like that. So this mix by Artemis, I don't know how to read the other letters. I'm really sorry. So yeah, the mix that they did was really good. I wish I used it before, doing all this, but too bad. They, the things weren't just aligned. The universe was against it, I guess. Maybe next time, I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah. So the animation, from the opening, which part am I gonna rotoscope? Which part am I gonna make from scratch? And which part am I gonna use as a reference? For timing and all that stuff, right? And then after I finish all that, I'm gonna compile it. Don't worry if you don't understand rotoscoping, it's fine. I'll explain it later. And then I will compile them in After Effects. Right now I'm showing you my wrong spelling of effects. Never mind that. Ignore that. So I'm compiling it in After Effects. Right now in the screen, I am showing you guys how After Effects work with whatever I'm doing. So I exported an animation with a transparent background, and I can just move them around wherever I want in a 3D space, in a 2D space, and all that stuff. If ever, let's say, in the story it's different and I choose to use a different angle, I could just do that easily by drawing a different background and all that stuff, right? By building the background from scratch. So yeah, it's really easy to do it in this kind of workflow. So after that, there's editing, and then after editing, there's time to upload. So there you go. I know that in uploading, I could have done something like thumbnails, description, more about this and that, but I was too tired to do more of that. Maybe I'll update the tags, but other than that, not anymore. That was the plan, but in reality, what happened is that I didn't really numbered the shots, the clips that I have originally. I only used them as a reference, the opening, the original opening. So yeah, what really happened is that I worked on the most difficult clips, the shots, and then left the easiest at last, because they're really easy to animate and I didn't want to like stress about them a lot. So there you go. So the most difficult parts were the gatai sequence, or the combine sequence or docking sequence. I don't know what you call it. And then to the moon, the Peko being sent to the moon, and then Ankimo sequence where she destroyed a mountain and all that stuff. So cutting corners. How much corners can I cut? So now I'm gonna explain rotoscope, and in the animation industry or animating community, they have a really mixed feeling about this because it is technically what it is here, written here. I'm gonna read it so you guys can understand what it really is. Rotoscoping is tracing over a footage, and in this case, an animation. So that's what I did. I'm showing you the examples, and I want to explain this very well because half of you knows there's a lot of animators out there who's like getting away with this, and there's also half of you, or most of you at this moment, who have no clue what rotoscoping is, and why should you care if you're just enjoying someone else's animation and all that stuff. Because in the animation industry, they consider it stealing, especially if it's an already pre-existing animation and stuff like that, right? But for just public consumerism, like things like this, it's fine. It's all right to just do this. It's fun and all that stuff. And to me, in my opinion about this, is the intention behind it. Now, obviously, I'm gaining attraction from this, and I'm thankful about that. But my intention was just that to enjoy what is available there, and I have a time constraint, and I was just obviously cutting a lot of corners. I will say this right now. If you watch my other animations, like let's say the original first VTuber animation that I did, and then also the Hollow Knight animation that I did, I am obviously capable of animating, very well. It's understandable. It can be seen there, obviously. But I'm not saying that all of my animation in this project was rotoscope. There are some parts that are originally mine and all that stuff. So yeah, be open-minded with that. And if you're having a mixed feeling about it, if you feel like I am a bad person for doing it, it's all right. I understand that, but I'm just here stating my intentions behind it. It's not to steal it, because I can't really I can't really monetize it because the song, copyright issues with that. And then also I want to give credits to the original people who worked on it, which is in Gainax. I don't know like the original people, the people who really drew all these drawings, and then I'm just drawing over it. But keep that in mind when you're watching other animations, that there are people who rotoscope other people's work, and then would you consider it stealing or not? Because I see it a lot of the time, and I say, this is just rotoscope, and you have to be, it's obvious, but you have to say that I'm not taking credits with this. And I'm saying this here right now, I'm not taking credits of the animation. I'm taking credits maybe on the idea of putting them there with those poses, but I'm not taking credits of the movement, the art behind specific shots that are obviously rotoscope. It's really a hard topic. It could be a controversy for everyone, but there are also good thing about rotoscoping, and that's another topic for another day. If you're still interested about this, you can go ahead and watch more videos about it, but that's just for this segment here. So next is tracing. I think you can obviously tell that there's at least one drawing that I traced from the original model, which is this one, maybe. I don't know, I'm just pointing it out now. So yeah, that one. And then I used some 3D models to help me make the shots that I want to make. So yeah, and obviously the Minecraft for this shot. So there you go, 3D models from that. The skin, I found, I researched enough to see that there's someone that they hired, I think Hololive hired them to make skins for holo members. So yeah, there you go, that's why. And then they made the skins available actually to the public, so that's how I was able to get a hold of other VTubers Minecraft skins that aren't available, and then to the public, but I don't know. You would say that it's not available, but they made it available. It's just that you have to find for it. So there you go. I was also surprised, but yeah. Anyways, and there's references videos. The reference video I mean by this is that one maybe, but yeah, you can see it here. I'm not entirely showing what it is, but you can tell by this screenshot that I tried to do the action and then use it as a reference for this particular animation. So there you go. So what did I learn? You can pause the video, read this, and then leave if you're tired about my voice. It's been like a 20-minute. Yeah, I've been talking a lot lately. So yeah, I will explain all these bullet points now. If you still are staying, willing to stay and listen more about me, I appreciate that. So here we go. Obviously, the first bullet is a common sense to everyone who makes a fan-made animation. You have to keep this in mind. You can't really please everyone, and this is a mentality that you have to keep in mind when you're making any kind of project, even if it is a fan-made animation or not. But for most cases, for all people who does a fan-made animation, you can't please everyone. You can make people appreciate your work. You can make people happy about your work, but not everyone. There will always be against something. There will always be someone saying that you didn't include this, you didn't include that, you didn't, do this and do that. It's not perfect, whatever. No one's perfect, nobody's perfect, and by far, I am still embarrassed of what I did here, obviously, because it's not my original work. I just took what already is pre-existing and I put things on top of it. So, I am proud of what I accomplished, but I'm not proud of how I did it. Basically, I'm saying like this is a drama of all things, but I'm saying that I could grow more. I could do something more, better than this. That's what I'm trying to say here. So yeah, and if you are open about it, and if you're willing to wait more, then I appreciate it, and I'm thankful for that. Next is focus. This is going in line of the first bullet point. So focus is, what I mean about this is that I have to focus on what I really want to do, so I can gain my audience attention really on one matter, not like all of these things happening at once. Right now, what I tried to do was a buffet. Like everyone's like, I like this, I like that, I like whatever you did here, and I appreciate that, of course. But maybe next time I should focus on one specific thing, or maybe try to, because I tried to, right? I tried to do it with just Pekora being the protagonist, but at the same time, they did a lot of things that isn't really protagonist like extortion of iron, stuff like that with kidnapping and things like that. It's not really a protagonistic, thing, and you don't want to put that in a video where you're trying to advertise Pekora as protagonist. So maybe next time where I perceive her or like show her as an evil antagonistic force, I will use those scenes. Yes, of course. But this is what I mean. Like if I make it sound like she's good and then I make it sound like she's evil, then there's a mix and mash, things like that, right? So I have to have a focus of what I really want to. And here I touched on it, but it's like a buffet. Everyone is here, everyone is there, and then people are saying that, oh, you missed things like this, you didn't included this and that, because I was including everything, and then they are under the assumption that everything should be there, right? So I have to focus on something, maybe just one particular scene and make it bigger, something like that, right? And I tried that here, but I'm not saying that I failed. I might have got a hold of it, but it's not really solid yet. Next is to work smarter, right? I think I work smart enough here, but what I mean about smarter is not lay on, not be on a fence about rotoscoping. What I mean about this is if I rotoscope for the next project, I'll do it like one shot maybe or two shots. I'm not gonna do it all the time. That's what I mean about this. So work smarter, like be more productive about it. be more creative, maybe like make some new stuff is what I'm saying here. It's really weird because smarter means less time, right? And here I'm representing it in a different way where I could be smarter about it but in a different way. And I hope that makes sense because I am still embarrassed about what I just did here in a way that I am proud but embarrassed. It's really weird. I know, I understand that. But yeah, anyways, next is the pre-production preparations. So again, I was already depending on a pre-existing animation. So I suggest to myself next time I should do storyboarding, I should do thumbnail and all that stuff. So everything happens in the rhythm and all that stuff. So yeah, next is I take my time. And what I mean by this is that I tried so hard to do things day by day and upload every day or tweet every day an update, and that was really painful, excruciating. So yeah, it's still fine to do deadlines, like let's say weekly or monthly at least, update my viewers with, hey, I did this or whatever, right? So that is fine, that keeps me motivated, the deadlines, but I shouldn't be so focused on I should finish this part today and all that stuff. Given I had a really restrictive deadline, I believe that I could have made this, much more not that frustrating for me. So yeah, I wasn't saying that I was really frustrated with this. I really enjoyed working with it, but my body was frustrated with it. My mental health was fine, but my body was like, you know what, shut down. Stuff like that. I hope that makes sense. Next is fixed art style. Now this one is really obvious because the first few shots, the line weight was different. It has some form of pressure sensitivity on it, and then the next few shots, the line work is just like one line, consistent line weight, and yeah. So I have to decide, what to use throughout the whole thing, so it's more uniform and not like a complete mosaic garbage like this. Well, I'm calling it a garbage, I'm being too hard on myself, but that's just how I see it. But yeah, next time I will do it correctly. And also, if you allow me, I'll try to redesign them so they are more animation friendly. Let's say if Pekora had pigtails, well, not pigtails, I'm sorry, twin tails, braided twin tails, which is really kind of hard to animate frame by frame if they're really like flowing all the time. I will maybe have them tie up in their back of their head and all that stuff, and so it's easier to animate. But that's only if you find that interesting, right? And to me, that is working smarter because you don't see that a lot. Like, you don't see Pekora having her hair tied up and people like animating that. So that's what I mean about working smarter. Yes, of course, there's a costume of her hair is tied up, her, like, I think it's the kimono costume, whatever. You get what I'm saying here. So yeah, next is there's always next time. So next time, yeah, I think I've made my defense here clear, or whatever you guys like to call it. I think I made my point here clear, right, for everyone. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something from my mistakes, and whenever you want to do something, just do it. Yare! I don't know how to say it in Japanese, I'm sorry. But yeah, just don't give up on doing it. Just do it, and then make sure your intentions are clear, because right here, I'm sure some animation community would raise their eyebrows and see this, and then he's just rotoscoping other people's work and all that stuff. And I want to make clear that I'm not trying to steal their work. I'm not taking credits of their work. And if they want to sue me and delete this video, I am willingly gonna do that, right? I'm gonna do that if they want that to. So yeah, if they don't see this as like a parody or a work of just a joke or something, if they don't see it that way, then it's fine. Okay, they could just copyright it or whatever, and it will be canon. You know, Hololive is. I'm just kidding, but yeah, that's it for me. Goodbye now.